What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. On behalf of Brit, today I decided to try jumbo knotless passion braids. It is a cute and quick protective style, and I'm going to show y'all how I got the look. Stay tuned. Is always loading my rack. I went ahead and loaded half of the rack with the curly hair and the other half with the straight, since I'll be feeding in two different types of hair. What I can do is just pull a curly, pull a straight, pull a curly, pull a straight, and then I have the excess hair already opened over here, and I'll just reload the rack when that runs out, and then the extra straight hair on this side, and I'll just reload that when this runs out. What's on the rack right now is probably enough to just do 2 or 3 braids. This style consists of anywhere from 10 to 15 braids. It's up to you how you do your parts, but from what I looked at, it's about 10 to 15 braids. I think I'm gonna do about 14 or 15 braids. So this rack, me having to refill it up pretty often is not going to be an issue for me, because even though this will only do 3 braids, I'm only going to probably fill it up 4 or 5 times by the time I'm done with my hair, because it's not a whole lot of braids. One thing I will address when it comes to this style is make sure that you get more than enough hair. Like I said, it is 7 packs of this hair and 2 packs of this hair, and it was 4 bundles in the 2 packs. So if you can't find a pack with 4 bundles, I would say get 3 packs of a 3 bundle pack, if that makes any sense. So basically, if you find a pack that just has 3 bundles like this, get 3 packs of it. That way you'll have a total of 9 bundles, so that you have more than enough hair. Because I think the biggest misconception when it comes to jumbo braids is that because there aren't that many braids, it's only 10 to 15 braids, you don't need a bunch of hair. But you do. The bigger the braid, the more hair you need. The boxes are big, meaning that you won't have a whole lot of braids on your head, but those big boxes have to be filled up with big braids, which means big, you know, chunks of hair. So just make sure you have more than enough hair. But this is how I organized it and everything, and I'm about to show y'all how I section my hair so we can get started. Excuse me right now, y'all. I look horrible. A hot mess. It's giving Celie from The Color Purple. Me and you, us never part. Maki Dada. I don't know how they did it. Me and you, us never part. Maki Dada. If y'all seen the movie, then y'all know exactly what scene I'm talking about, when Mr. kicked Nettie off the property and her and Celie was doing their little petty cake. Me and you us never part. I look like Celie. Ugly. But we finna transform, y'all. Let me get to work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start the back. Because I don't feel like it's a style that's necessary for you to sit here and watch me for the whole hour. It'll probably take me about an hour and a half to do this style. And I don't think I should film like the whole hour straight through of me just braiding regular time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through, kind of speed up the video and do the whole entire back. Then I'll probably come through towards the end and do these 4 pieces on camera really slow and kind of break down how I got the look of how it's looking in the back. So that's what I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and knock out these back pieces, and then I'm gonna come back and show y'all what's up. Okay, y'all, let me cut this music off. Okay. Naja, hush. Okay, so I am back and I have a total of 12 braids. Well, I will have a total of 12 braids when I'm done, and I have 9 of them done. 3, 6, 9. And I have 3 left. So I basically completed 2/3 of my hair, and I left the final third up here in the front for you guys to watch me do. So far I love it. The only thing I will say is I watched a couple of people and I researched this style because I really liked it when I came across that picture I showed y'all in the beginning. And I went looking for it on YouTube to see what people use, like how much hair they use and stuff like that. And I read some comments and a lot of people were asking, is that style heavy? Is that style heavy? And a lot of the stylists were saying, no, it's not. This is heavy. Like, I don't know if it's because I'm tender-headed. I have a really soft, tender scalp, and I feel everything. So I don't know if it's just me feeling the weight, but yeah. I brought 9 packs of hair in total, 7 packs of Water Wave, 2 packs of the straight hair, and I feel every bit of it. And I still got 3 more braids to put in here. I'm not gonna say it'll be a problem because it's not like unbearable, but I can't see myself wearing them up. I most definitely will not be putting them in no type of bun, no type of ponytail, because I can see myself falling over. It's because of the length. They are super long. I'm gonna have to get all of the angles when I'm completely done, but they are super long and super big. So I'm gonna give y'all a close-up on how it's looking. Just a little messy, quick little protective style. But we are almost there, y'all. I'm about to break down these last couple braids, and just excuse my bald-headed ass because my edges are ate out right up in here. Okay, I use a lot of heat around my edges and it shows, so just don't judge me. I'm a bald-headed scallywag, ain't got no hair in the front. So, matter of fact, I need to rack up my rack again. It's running low. I want to go ahead and fill this back up so I have enough hair to complete these last 3 braids for y'all without having to stop again. So I'm going to fill this back up, then I'm going to come back and break this down for y'all. Ooh wee. One thing I will advise y'all, learn from me. Keep glue out of y'all heads. This is bad. Oh my goodness. I'm embarrassed, but it is what it is. And it's crazy, y'all, because I would get on my clients all day long about keeping glue out of their hair, about treating their hair, about conditioning their hair, just about making love to their natural hair. I talk to my clients a lot, especially when their hair is damaged and they ask me for advice. I give them the whole rundown and they'll never know I'm walking around looking like this. But one thing about it, I done been here before and my hair always grow back, so hopefully I can get it back where it needs to be this time and just keep my hair healthy. This is the first protective style I'm wearing in 2020, but it is the first of many to come. After this style, I'm going to do braids again. And I want to keep my hair braided as much as possible because this here, we got to get it back right. So yeah, just ignore all of that, okay? But yeah, y'all, I don't think y'all need to see me rack this rack again. Fill this rack again. I'm just gonna do this real quick and then we'll come back when I'm ready to show y'all the tutorial. Okay, y'all. So I'm just gonna straighten up this part a little better. Ooh, wee. I'm just gonna take my fingers, rub it in this edge wax, and rub it on my hair like so. Run it through the back, run it through the front, and run it through the bottom. I'm gonna go again and just clean the rest off my fingers, run it through the top, run it through the back, run it through the front, and run it through the bottom. And then I'm going to take a comb and kind of comb it through. Oh, that hurt, y'all. I'm so tender-headed. Ooh. Okay. Then I'm just kind of rub it in. And then I'm going to split my hair into 3 sections, like so. And then I'm going to start to form a braid. Ooh. Go ahead and smooth that in as well as possible. And once I go around the box twice, I'm going to take one piece of straight hair, feed it into the bottom of the braid. Then I'm going to move inward twice, 1, 2. Then I'm going to take another piece of straight hair, feed it into the bottom of the braid, braid that piece in twice, 1, 2. I'm going to take another piece of straight hair. This time I'm going to make it a little bit thicker, so I'm going to add 2 pieces in one. Feed that into the bottom, behind the braid, y'all. You want to put it in behind or underneath the braid so that you cannot see where you're adding it in. When you look on top of the braid or somebody look at you head on, they won't be able to see your knots or where you put the braid in, the hair in at. So make sure you're feeding it in to the bottom of the braid. Okay, that was my 3rd piece, right? I'm going to take one more thick piece. This will be the 4th piece of straight hair. I'm going to put that in. Okay, once I get that 4th piece in, y'all, I'm going to take one piece of the straight and one piece of the curly, feed that into the bottom. Twice. Repeat that same step, one straight, one curly, and feed that into the bottom. 1, 2. From here, you're just gonna add curly hair from here on out. You have enough straight hair in to get you through after adding those 5 pieces. My camera had died and I went ahead and did this braid, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this apart, and I'm gonna come back and talk to y'all on the next braid, because these darn devices just do what they want to do. I mean, I was good in talking, just talking and talking, didn't even realize the camera wasn't even going. So I did this whole braid right here, y'all. But y'all see me doing this little step right here where I'm pulling it apart. It's gonna all make sense in a minute, but this is how you get the distressed look. You wanna make sure that you're braiding fairly loosely, that you're not braiding too tight, so you have enough room in your braid to do this step. But yeah, you kind of just eye your other braids and decide how stressful you want your braid to look. And I braided this one a little too tight because it don't want to open up. So just make sure you keep that in mind. It ain't really trying to open, but you're just supposed to tease it out. So I'm going to try to attempt to show y'all again since my camera cut off on me. Let me move this one out the way. Okay, you're gonna take your edge wax, y'all, and just finger it through. Remember what I told y'all. Run it through the top, run it through the back, run it through the front, and run it through the bottom. You want to make sure you get every angle of the braid. Don't just run it through the top, because that's the part that you see. You don't know who behind you can see what, who on the side of you can see what. You want to make sure you get every angle of that box. These are really big braids, and you want them to look as neat as possible. With bigger braids, it is harder to hide imperfections. So just make sure you're doing what you need to do to get your hair laid. Alright, y'all, so like I said in the previous braid, you're just gonna break it up into 3 sections. You're gonna braid it in twice. Ooh, it just hurt. But you're gonna be super tight at the root. Once you braid it in twice, you're gonna go ahead and feed in a straight piece. Braid that in twice. Feed in another straight piece. Braid that in twice. A thicker straight piece. Braid that in twice. I'm going to take another thick piece and braid that in twice. Then I'm going to take a straight and a curly. Braid that in twice. Straight and a curly. Braid that in twice. And then, as I was saying before the camera cut off, I think I left off right up in this area in that first braid. I was just trying to show y'all. Oh, poke myself in the eye. What is going on? Okay, so once you get up in here, you want to go ahead and start getting loose. You're going to braid tight up until this point because you want to secure your natural hair into the braid. So you're going to braid it in real tight, try to get it as sleek and as nice as you can to make sure your natural hair is good and smooth. I'm not going to say loosen up right here because your natural hair might be longer than mine. This just so happens to be where my natural hair stops. I can feel it. I don't feel the rough texture of my hair anymore. So now that my hair is no longer in my fingertips, I can start to loosen up the braid. And you want to be loose with the braid so that you can go in and pull the braid apart to distress it. If you don't care to really like stretch the braid out and distress it, you don't have to be super loose, but in order to add in that last step to kind of give it a little more razzle dazzle, you want to be a little looser with your braiding from here on out. But make sure you get past your hair first because you don't want to be loose with braiding your hair in and then your natural hair is frizzing out of the braids, making them look, you know, not cute. And then from here, however much curly hair you add is up to you. It's really up to you based on how thick you want the braid or how, yeah, just how fat you want the braid to be. I can't really say. If you can let your stylist know if you're getting your hair done. Hey, I want my braids super thick, or I want my braids like a medium size, don't go too jumbo, and they can kind of eyeball the hair and decide how much curly hair they want to feed in. I'm going for like a large but not too jumbo, I feel. So I'm not going too crazy with the pieces, probably 2 at a time, maybe 3 times for the rest of the braid, but I'm not adding in any more straight hair. As you notice, the ends are curly. You don't want to get to the end and have any straight pieces left. So from this point on, once you pass your hair towards the bottom, just go ahead and feed in nothing but curly. And again, the amount of curly hair that you add in is totally up to you. Loosely braid it down. Remember to be loose if you want to add in that distress trick to be able to stretch your braid out. Do not braid as tight as you normally would. You don't even have to be super neat because it is supposed to be a sloppy, imperfect looking hairstyle. So you see I'm kind of like zigzagging, like not really being too careful about how I put the braid in because I want my braid to look sloppy, as messy as possible. And you kind of just eyeball it, measure it in with your other braid, and decide where you stop adding hair in. But that's that, y'all. Y'all can't really see because of how I got the camera angled, but I'm just braiding the hair down. and trying to measure it to stop at just about where I have the braid next to it stopping. Once I get to that point, you guys, I'm going to take nail glue. If you're a stylist, it's up to you. As far as how you want to seal the ends, you have two options. You can take a thin piece of hair, like a thin piece about this big, wrap it around the braid and tie it in a knot. Do like the knot method to secure the braid. I'm just too lazy to sit there and do that to every braid, so y'all, I take nail glue. It is 99 cents at your local beauty supply store. It is called One Drop, and it only takes one drop. You're gonna take that bad boy and just dab one little drop on there, and that's gonna seal that end. This braid ain't going nowhere because of that one drop. Okay, y'all, I got this last braid to do. I'm gonna let y'all see that, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my baby hairs and show y'all the finished look. But yes, the final step after you put the one drop on or either tie your knot is to pick the braid apart and make it look distressed as possible, or however distressed you want it. My still is too tight, y'all. Learn from me. Be very loose with their braiding so you don't have so much trouble when it's time to do this teasing part. But there we have it. One thing I will say is a number 2 in the water wave hair versus a number 2 in the pre-stretched hair are two different shades. So in the camera it's giving off brown and black when it's really supposed to be just a dark brown. A number 2 is a very deep dark brown. It's gonna come together when I do my edges, y'all. Believe me, edges can work wonders for a hairstyle. But yeah, y'all, got one more to go. Let me knock that bad boy out. Detangling and hitting it with that edge control, y'all. So darn tangled. I might need to do another big chop. This is ridiculous. And I hope my middle part is okay, y'all. I suck at middle part, and middle part game is weak. Y'all, the whole rack fell. All the hair, everything I had set up fell. I'll be back. We'll resume in a second. I do some crazy stuff. I really do. How did I knock that down? Probably slinging my hair, doing too much. I already feeling myself, and the braids ain't even done. But yes, off to my favorite part for the last final braid. Let's detangle it. Rub that edge control on now. Hit the top, hit the back, hit the front of that bad boy, hit the bottom. Okay, hold on, let me do something about this part because I don't know what just went on with that. Can I do it in the camera? Oh, that's just my baby hairs. Okay, we're gonna get that right when I part out my baby hairs anyway. But yeah, you're just gonna hit the top, the back, the bottom, the front, whatever. That should be enough. I'm gonna run through a whole jar doing one hairstyle. Just heavy on the product. Okay. Now you're just gonna comb that in real good. Get it nice and sleek. Break it up into 3. Braid it in twice, as tight as you can. And go ahead and feed in that first piece. Bring it in underneath. braid that in twice. Second piece, braid that in twice. On my third piece, y'all, from me dropping it, I done tangled up all this down here. On that third piece, you get a little thicker. Feed that in underneath. I'm gonna take another piece because I can feel that it needs to be a little thicker before I add in curly. I'm gonna take in another piece. Feed that in. Braid that in twice. And then I'm going to start taking straight and curly. One more straight and curly. And once I do that last straight and curly piece, once I add that in, I'm up to the point where I'm getting past my hair. Let me pass it. Okay, y'all. Now once I'm past my hair, ooh, wait. Okay, we're gonna have to cut this. I done tangled this up so bad. Got stuff off the floor, tangled in my hair from when I dropped the rack. Okay. Once you get up in here, y'all, you just start getting loose so you can feather it out, and you can add in as much curly pieces as you want. As much as you want. Now this is a very quick style. Took me about an hour and 45 minutes just because the first couple braids I had to figure out my consistency, how many pieces I was going to add in to get them to all look the same, that type of deal. So I'll go through and trim it to look at it in the end, but yeah, just gonna go through with this one and pull it out, make it big and wide like the other ones by just pulling it. And pulled that a little bit too much, didn't it? I'm trying to be too delicate, scared I'm gonna hurt myself, but I gotta get in there. And I comb my edges to the front first. Comb all to the front first. So that's what I'm about to do now. Just go through and comb. Y'all, my hair is not white. That edge control that I use to braid my hair with does not turn colors. I just didn't rub my product in good. So any place where you see product is because it's not rubbed in good. Because it does really good at not turning white. I make sure I use products that keep my hair one color. So one thing I went and did that I did not mention in the beginning, and it's completely up to you, this step is not necessary, but you most definitely are going to need some type of braiding wax to kind of mold your boxes. You're going to need some edge control because I just feel like this style looks best with your baby hairs laid, and of course like some oils and stuff to, you know, moisturize your hair as you're braiding. But I went ahead and just added some mousse to my boxes just to give it a sleekier look so that my actual hair isn't frizzy. It's okay that the braids are frizzy. I want them to look a mess, but the boxes, I don't want my actual hair to frizz up too bad. So I kind of laid some mousse in there. This product need to dry. It got my hair looking crazy. But yeah, I rubbed some mousse in there, and then I already went through, I forgot to hit the record button, but I went through my ends. You can kind of see some of the mousse still trying to dry, and I ran some mousse through the ends of the braids. This hair is very much synthetic, and if you do not moisturize it with some type of oil sheen or mousse, it will lock the F up. So make sure you run some moisturizer through it, or have your stylist to put some type of moisturizer, mousse, oil sheen, even some leave-in conditioner if you want, to just add some luster to your curls at the bottom. And that's that, y'all. I'm gonna clean up my little hair area, and I'm gonna come back and show y'all the full look from top to bottom, but I want to give my hair some time to dry. So I'm gonna come back in a few minutes. Let me clean up because it's a mess right here. Okay, y'all, I'm back, and I actually have clothes on this time because I'm about to head out. I'm actually running a little late. I'm taking a trip later this week, y'all, and y'all will get the details about that in my next upload. It'll be a vlog. But yeah, I gotta get my eyebrows done for my trip, so I gotta go ahead to that appointment. But yeah, this is the look, y'all. I just threw on a little black fitted dress and my little powder pink. You can't even really see the color of it. It looks white in the camera, but my little pink distressed jacket. But these are the braids. I really love how they came out. I feel like as the days go by, within the next 2 days, especially by the time I make it where I'm going, they'll be good and worn in, broken in, and give me the real messy look I'm looking for. I'm gonna play with them later tonight and just be ripping them up and doing a little bit more, but right now I just don't have the time to keep playing. So I just wanted to come back and give y'all a little outro. I love them. They're a little heavy, like I said. They can be worn down the middle, which is the look I was originally going for, like the girl in the picture I showed y'all earlier on, but I don't like the way my head looks. I just feel like I look better with the side part. But I like how I could throw them to either side, and it's cute. But yeah, I just feel like on the side it's giving more of a look. Let me show y'all how long they are. Let me come to about where my butt is. A little bit past my butt. If the tutorial was informative and you learned something from it, give me a big thumbs up. If you want more tutorials, give me a big thumbs up. And if you would like to, leave me a comment, let me know how you like my hair. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.